What's up, everyone? Welcome to In the Slot. The Steelers-Bucs game just ended, a 27-17 Steelers victory down in Tampa Bay. Got some great things to break down. I said last episode I wanted to see if the offense would push the ball down the field. And guess what? They did, and they did successfully. The offense came out quickly. Kenny Pickett was 6 of 7 for 70 yards and a touchdown, obviously, to George Pickens. It was very exciting. They looked like they were in mid-season form. The next thing that popped off the tape for me today, Quan Alexander really attacked the ball quickly. He looked aggressive. Did get flagged on a play, but love to see the aggressiveness from Quan Alexander. That was a highlight for me. Nick Herbig also popped off the film. I believe he had a sack and a half. That was great. In addition, Anthony McFarland, we've been waiting to see him explode out of the backfield. He did that today. I remember some pre-draft comparisons to Alvin Kamara. Guess what? Anthony McFarland looks like he solidified that third RB spot already. He's looking great. He had 3 carries, 18 yards, and, of course, the touchdown. Now I want to talk about something that was kind of bad for the game. Kendrick Green, we were all looking forward to maybe seeing some of that trickery, the fullback stuff. But guess what? He had a really, really poor game with the second-team offense. What highlights to me was this series he had with Mason Rudolph. On the first play, there was a hold on Kendrick Green. The second play, he snaps the ball 100 feet over Mason Rudolph's head. And then on the third play, he allows the penetration to come in and get the sack on Mason Rudolph. They put the Steelers, I think, at a 3rd and 36, and then obviously 4th and forever. So really bad series for Kendrick Green. Got to hope he bounces back or that they can use him in another way because it's not working. What I was impressed with was Mason Rudolph. I know Steeler fans love to dog on Mason Rudolph, but he looks like a guy I really still want on my football team. He may be the best third-string quarterback in the NFL, and that's probably hard for people to hear. He was 7 of 12, 132 yards and a touchdown. The deep ball to Calvin Austin was fantastic to see. It was so fun. What I was really impressed with was the 2-minute drive before the half. There's not a lot of protection for Mason Rudolph during that drive, but he was still able to make plays, including the scramble of the play right after the sack. So put them in field goal range and then had under 10 seconds to get these guys to the line and spike it. He handled it like a veteran. The Steelers are lucky to have a third-string quarterback like Mason Rudolph. If the 49ers had a Mason Rudolph in the playoffs, they might have been in the Super Bowl. So happy Mason is back and was happy with his performance. And one thing that I don't think a lot of people are going to talk about, though, is Braden Mann. What the Steelers need at punting is consistency. Presley Harvin sometimes will crank a 60-yard punt and then the next one's 20 yards. Braden Mann didn't have any super long punts tonight, but he punted 6 times and he averaged 45.5 yards per punt. He put 2 inside the 20. For me, that was great to see. What I want out of punting this year is consistency. I think everyone thinks Presley Harvin has the job. I think it's wide open. As soon as Mann was available from the Jets, the Steelers swooped in and got him. So last year, Presley Harvin averaged 44.5 yards per punt. Today, again, Braden Mann, 45.5 yards per punt, 2 inside the 20. There was consistency, and I loved seeing that. I talked about Calvin Austin in our first episode. Great to see him on the field. He had 2 rushes for 23 yards, 2 receptions for 73 yards, and a touchdown. Great game for the Steelers down in Tampa. No major injuries for the starters. Obviously, we're waiting for the press conference to hear what happened to Dawson and some of the other guys in the game. Let's see what happens next week. Hopefully we get to see Joey Porter Jr., but great win for the Steelers. We'll see you next time on In the Slot. Sorry, Bob Pompiani couldn't make it tonight.